there's a lot of different debates going on, a lot of different opinions going on. It seems like whether we are learning more truth of what is going on in this country and around the world. The pandemic has really stirred everybody up in many different directions. So we're like a scramble. Like the Tower of Babel, if you guys remember that one. They were building to try to get to God, and then God struck them and they all spoke different languages. So that's kind of like one of the examples that I see is happening now in the United States. Now, whether the politicians and the scientists have a plan or a global plan, for the population or for the world, it seems like it's striking and backslashing even harder with the COVID-19. Whether the COVID-19 was naturally contracted from an animal, or it was viruses that were collected and mutated in the lab. So either way, there's a lot of debunking on both sides. But my only say to everyone and around the world is that, put God first in all that you do. Put God first in everything you do. Now, whether the politicians are for you or against you, we never know for sure, because they have a lot of backup. They have the scientists, and these politicians have to go by the science, and we have to follow what the science says as well. Now, for us, normal human beings, is our job to follow and respect the law as we should, but we also have the right to also be wise for our own lives as well. Like eating well, so you're not eating brand food, whether it's part of depopulating or getting all these vaccinations, making sure that you read the vaccination carefully and what are the side effects. And if you have little children that are, that are being vaccinated at a young age, maybe extend the vaccinations in between. So I would recommend that, you really look deeper into the vaccination to make sure that it is something you could take. Because a lot of these vaccinations have side effects. So most of these diseases that we get later on as we get older comes from the vaccine. Now, I wouldn't don't take my word for it or my final word for it to say, hey, don't take the vaccine. But as far as, a lot of these scientists, they will tell you, hey, take this medication, but there's side effects, but there's these conditions and things that you might get along the way. For example, birth control. Birth control is a medication that is given to you to prevent you from having a child, correct? So it's a man way of trying to prevent what is naturally given by the Lord. There's a way you could prevent having children naturally, which is your conception. But if you have to depend on a birth control pill in order to control, when you can have a child and when you cannot have a child, then it literally goes against the natural way that is created for you. So that's just an example I'm giving to you guys, because a conception, if you pay attention to your calendar and you are healthy and you are well, you are able to know when you can have a child and when you cannot have a child. So those are some of the natural ways. It's time to really start getting our sense back. It's really time for us to start, thinking for what is right for us in the natural way we possibly could, which is a much healthier way. God is not against, some of the things that you may have decided to the world. He's not against that. So, but you have to know ways to prevent certain things and way to, to get the things that you want. And we are here in this earth so that we may have life and live abundantly, so that we may live in peace and be happy. Okay, the earth is for all of us. Now, don't be misled by any deception that is going on, or that anything that does not make sense or it does not align with, with your natural sense as a human being. Majority of the time, it's against you. Is what I would say. Now, if you're still not sure, definitely do your research. If the answer is still not clear, I would just leave it. It's best to just leave it and go with what is best for you, because us as human beings, I believe we all know what is best for us. We know what food we should eat. We know what keeps us healthy. We know exercising is a good tool for our health as well. We know that, if you're sick or you have COVID-19, that you know yourself to stay away and social distance yourself or quarantine yourself so that you don't get other people affected. We all have that natural ability to be able to take care of ourselves and to and to survive. Um, but since a lot of people are really sheeping along and being dished off the clip by these politicians and all of these agendas and different medication and vaccines going on all over the world, it's a sad reality that by the end, when the vaccine is out, everybody is immediately going to run to get to get the vaccine because of the fear of COVID-19. You even have teachers who are now saying that, oh, I don't want to, I love my children, but not enough for me to risk my life or die for them. Okay. Now, in a true reality to that, nobody had a choice to be born. All right. No one had a choice to be born. It was God's will for you to live and to exist into this world. Okay. So I would not recommend jumping into a final decision thinking that somebody else's life is going to cost your life or you're going to die because of somebody else's life. We all know how we should protect each other. If face masks are effective and that's what we should wear face masks. Social distancing actually works in many different ways, okay? Minnesota is basically known for social distancing. So, because people don't really like to touch other people. You don't want to be close to other people. So that's a natural thing we have always been doing, so social distance as well. And taking care of yourself, keeping a good high hygiene and things like that. So with all of these conspiracy and the theories of the 5G network, which spreads COVID-19 faster, and all of these vaccines that are coming out, which could possibly have a microchip, it's all a distraction. It's a distraction. It's not something you want to put all of your attention into, because the more you put all of your attention into it, the less you are able to find a solution for yourself, the less you are able to manage your life or what keeps you at peace or what brings peace into your life. You're not able to think about that. And most likely it's going to take you away from the God you believe in. Okay? Now, some people believe in science. Okay? Science is, they can't live with science. Okay? Some people, they believe in a higher power. Some people, they believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Some people, they believe in Hinduism and all of those things, So, based on your belief and what you stand by, you will be held accountable for it, because it is the same God who made us all, and it's the same God we're all going to go back to. So that's my important message that I want to give to you all tonight, and have a wonderful evening.